what's happening, guys? You might have already heard this rumor which is surfing around the web for the past couple of days, like 2 days. In case you haven't heard it, here's my brief backstory. Jeff Snyder over at TheWrap.com, the website, apparently he's a journalist. He was a guest on the Meet the Movie Press podcast, and a bunch of guys just discussing stuff, including Spider-Man, and then at some point he mentions that apparently he heard from somewhere, from someone, or it's just his opinion that Spider-Man might not be white. That's right, the new Spider-Man, a collaboration between Marvel and Sony, the brand new reboot, third Spider-Man, might not be white. Here's a precise quote. Listen, this is not set in stone, guys, but I'm telling you right now, Spider-Man's not going to be white. Spider-Man's not going to be white. I'm 95% sure. Spider-Man's going to be most likely black. But there's a chance that he could also be Latino. 95% sure, not white. First of all, during this reveal, he mentioned that there was a quote, "I don't think it's going to be Peter Parker." That's what he said during the podcast. And as we know, Marvel.com already revealed that it will be actually Peter Parker. Not Miles Morales, not Miguel O'Hara, not anybody else, Peter Parker. So it's strange, I really don't dig it at this point. It depends how you look at this quote. It depends how you look at what he said. Personally, I think this is more of his opinion, probably. It's not about him hearing something from his sources. I spoke to a bunch of people. Some people wrote to me that Jeff Snyder apparently is a reliable source. You can consider him a reliable journalist. He's been right on some stuff in the past, and he's pretty reliable. I haven't heard about him until now, so I don't know what to say. I don't have any opinion on him, but it just seems like it's more of his opinion. If you go to this, search for this news, for this rumor, a bunch of websites report it. Says it's confirmed. Spider-Man won't be a white. He will be black, and it's Miles Morales. Now, this guy said nothing about Miles Morales. He just said that Peter Parker won't be white. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's Miles Morales. In my personal opinion, I don't dig it. I don't buy it. In my opinion, it seems like more of his opinion. He believes that the third time, for the sake of change, they might go with the black Spider-Man. Just for the sake of change. This type of change is definitely better than promoting a film with the untold storyline, which never been told really. And he says 95% sure, so either he knows something or he doesn't. In my opinion, he doesn't know anything. He doesn't really rely on some sort of sources. It's more of his opinion, what he thinks will be a fresh take on the third Spider-Man by making him black. That being said, I'm not denying the possibility of Spider-Man being Latino, let's say. I'm not talking about Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man from the future. Obviously, they will go with Peter Parker once again, as Marvel.com mentioned that. But I still believe there's a possibility of Peter's race might not be white. Why not? Yeah, sure, it would cause a huge shitstorm over the internet, but then again, everything will cause a huge shitstorm. If tomorrow they will announce that it's Logan Lerman who plays Spidey, there will be people complaining, fanboys just trash talking about him. Dylan O'Brien, despite his huge fan base, still, if let's say tomorrow he'll be announced as new Spidey, same shitstorm. People will complain that he looks way too much to the Andrew Garfield, very similar, and it's just a rip-off, or they just don't like him as an actor, but they don't believe in him. So there will be shitstorm regarding of what, So sure, if Spidey will be Latino, let's say, won't be, white, yeah, it might cause some controversy among the fans, among the fanboys. I call them fanboys. I am a fanboy myself, so I'm not offending anyone there. So what are your thoughts, guys? Do you believe he actually relies on some sort of sources? He knows something, let's say, about this deal, or it's just his opinion, just pure speculation, just like we are speculating every day. And once again, I'm not denying the possibility of Spider-Man not being completely white, Latino, Indian Spidey, Indian actor. I've seen some people considering Dev Patel as a possible choice for Peter Parker. Why not? I can dig it, sure, definitely, but making Spider-Man black, that's this has to be Miles Morales, not Peter Parker. Peter Parker. This is I don't want to get too much into it. I might get blamed for saying something racial or something, something that is a racist, which I'm not, obviously, and I'm against all this stuff on the internet and overall, in our daily lives. This is just wrong on so many levels. And so yeah, like Indian Spidey Dev Patel with Indian origins or some Latino actor, why not? Once again, this is Jeff Snyder. Haven't heard about him until today, but what I've heard is that Variety.com reported that Logan Lerman and Dylan O'Brien are actually among the possible candidates right now for Spider-Man. And Variety is reliable. And obviously, Miles Morales, we're not even talking about Miles Morales at this point. It's either later on for his own TV series or much later on for some sort of shared universes, or just, after the potential death of Spidey, Peter Parker on the big screen, then Miles Morales. Miles Morales, just as Miles Morales for a third reboot, it's not happening. Marvel are doing Peter Parker. Check out the podcast in the description box. Tell me what you guys think. And will you accept Peter Parker not being exactly white or Latino or Indian or some other possible racial origin of Peter? Thanks for watching, and I'm out for now.